the indie developer that is producing Darq, D-A-R-Q.
Ooh.
It's an edgy name. Wrote a Medium article explaining why they turned down an Epic exclusivity deal. So this is a game that people have been asking me if I was going to play it. It's kind of like a puzzle game. It's trippy as hell. It's got more bass in it. Somebody described it to me. It's got more bass in it than Inception, and it does. If you watch the trailer, it's just one giant bass note. But it's cool. It's kind of unique looking. I know I had seen it before at some point. I don't know if it was E3 or when I had seen it, but anyway, I had seen it. And they had gotten contacted by Epic in like the 11th hour. Like this game is coming out in like days, right? Or a couple of weeks. And Epic calls them up and says, hey, would you like some money? Like right now, would you like some money? And the guy was like, can't do it, dog. And so he had to write this little article explaining why. Because when he eventually came out to say that he had denied or rejected the offer, of course, every publication started talking about the fact that this is like the guy. He's like the savior, I guess, of everyone. Like, oh, here we go. Somebody finally stood up to Epic. It's an indie developer. Here we go. So his reasoning was his game had been listed on Steam since like late 2018. So it's been there for a hot minute. And it was in the top 50 for a long time wish-listed games on Steam. And he is like weeks out of releasing the game. And this is his first game. And he said, the way he described it was, he said, I plan on doing games for a long time. Like, I want this to be like my career. This is my first game. I'm publishing it or developing it by myself. It took me 3.5 years with some outsourcing help. I don't want my first game to be marred by people being fucking angry that I put this on the Epic store exclusively for a year after being 2 weeks away and people wishlisting it and knowing it was going to be on Steam forever and ever and ever. If this was like, I feel like it would have been a different story if this was like back when it only first got listed on Steam or something. Yeah. But the fact that it was like the 11th hour, right before the game is coming out, and people are already looking forward to it, wishlisted the fuck out of this game. I don't think it's the stupidest move for him to make if he doesn't want, like, I get it. It's his first game. He doesn't want everything about his first game to be, oh, I pulled at the last second out of Steam and it's on Epic, and then maybe make the money up front from Epic and then fuck himself long term.
Yeah. I mean, I think, listen, at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to take the deal, then good on him. Like, it's not like he made the wrong decision. He made the right decision for him.
I know. I think
his vision.
It was good. I think it was a good decision.
Do I? If he's making the decision solely because he's afraid of backlash and not because if that's his sole decision, like if that's the only reason why he didn't do it, then I feel like that's, I don't want to say the word cowardice, but I feel like it's a bit of
maybe it's just unfortunate that he would even have to think about that.
Yeah. Because I can see where he's coming from, right?
Yeah.
I can definitely see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, if him going to Epic would have allowed him to sell more games, or to make more money for him to develop more games in the future, like I feel like he's really gambling on himself here, and that can show confidence in his game, which is great.
Yeah.
He also might be playing the game a little bit. He also might be going, you know what?
The publicity from this.
I'm going to flip this. I'm going to be the savior that says no to Epic.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it in a way that's nice. I'm not going to say, no, Epic's terrible. But I'm going to come out and be that indie developer. Because we never hear of indie developers passing up a deal. I'm sure there's been many.
To this point, anyway.
Yes, but I mean, publicly. Especially with all the fire. This might actually get him to sell more games and have people go, yes! I'm supporting this guy because he stuck it to fucking Epic. Whether he actually stuck it to them or he just was like, you know what, guys, maybe this isn't it. But it ultimately makes him look like a rebellion.
It's kind of a win-win for him.
Exactly.
Either way, yeah.
Either way, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
And I guess that's thanks to Epic. You know, this is now the power of Epic, right? Whether you want to hate them or love them for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
Now, here's one thing that I find a little greasy by Epic. And I'm starting, the more that they're picking up these games, I'm starting to see
the grease.
Starting to see a little bit more.
Grease.
All right, because I'm usually in the one that's sticking up for Epic here, and I'm like, guys, chill the fuck out.
I mean, I have my own. I'm interested if you have the same problem that I do.
Chill, chill the fuck out.
What's your problem? What do you got?
This is snaky. This is snaky. You're gonna wait until a hot indie game where you know that it's got a lot of traction, it's positively traction. It's got some good word of mouth. There's lots of wish lists on the shopping cart. You know this game's gonna sell, and then just before it comes out,
this is the same problem
you do this.
that I have.
You do this, right? With a check.
It's the last possible second.
And not only I'm not a developer, but I can just imagine what it would be like to be on the final stretch.
Yeah.
There's so much you've put your life's work into this. It's
all
your
the
first game.
uncertainty is coming
all
to a
the
fucking
uncertainty
peak.
is coming
Yeah.
in the pipeline. There's last minute shit. You're trying to figure out things with Steam. You're making sure that that there's no bugs. You got
You're
people
probably not
testing your game.
sleeping.
You're not sleeping. You're stressed out. You're thinking like, this is it. It's either this game's going to do well and I'm going to solidify my career as a game developer. I can start working on the sequel or the next brainchild that's going on, or I'm going to fail. And this is going to be terrible.
Yep.
All my credit cards are jacked. I've taken loans from every family member, including second and third cousins, telling them that I'm going to be the next fucking, Michael Morheim, and they're believing in the dream because I've been programming games since I was 11 on my fucking Windows 3.1. Here's the thing. Epic comes along with what I'm going to be guessing is not a small check, not a small sum of money, probably an amount of money that at any point you take it, you're at least break even and
yes.
or you've made a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it fails, hey, I did it. I can move on, or I can learn from it. I can get some stuff and I can move. So what they're doing, and this would never work for big developers.
No, of course
not. You go to like Borderlands, for example.
Yeah.
A week or two or a month before a game comes out and you do this, you're going to say, fuck you, asshole. We don't need your goddamn money.
The amount of money that you'd have to dangle at that point
it would be astronomical.
is enormous.
You go to a mom and pop shop, right?
Yeah.
You go to a small indie developer that is struggling and they're
You dangle
literally
that
paying
money?
their mortgage on a credit card right now.
Yes.
And you do this,
Yeah.
you are, in a way, almost forcing their hand to the point where they'd be an idiot to say no.
Yeah.
Where you'd look at it and go, you're a fucking idiot if you say no to this. And I think it's a...
You're describing the exact problem that I was going to bring up.
It just rubs off me.
Because they know, they're developers too. They know what you just described, and this is my same problem that I have. They know that they're in the weakest mental state that they're ever going to be in.
Yep.
At the last possible second.
Yeah.
And all of that uncertainty.
Yeah.
Everything is heightened, coming to a peak, and they're tired, and you make terrible snap fucking emotional decision judgments when you're tired, the more tired you are. And then you dangle any kind of deal.
Yep.
And this guy, money wasn't even involved yet. He canceled it before the money even got into talking, but like he said.
Smart, because if he heard the money,
he probably would have taken
it.
And that's my problem with it, is that I want to see Epic help indie developers out, but I don't want to see them. And they would try to explain away why it was the last possible second. The reality is that they know that it is the most opportune moment for them to be able to lock a deal up.
Why not just, if it's last minute, why not offer them an opportunity to also be on the Epic launcher instead of an exclusivity?
Well, they just said, look, they only at this point, like he put an email, like you can in the Medium article, you can see the 2 emails that they sent.
Yeah,
and it was literally like you. We at this time, because of the timeline on this, we would not be able to allow you to launch on
both
on other platforms.
You know what it's like, and as somebody that loves the real estate game, it's this thing where if you want a good house, like you want a deal on a house, so say, Adam, you're getting ready to go buy your first house, which you'll probably do.
I'm 45, 50 years old.
Still
living at
some
home.
point pretty soon.
It's gonna
all right.
Yeah,
you're gonna go out. You're gonna go. Okay, listen, I've got a budget. I've got $300,000 that the bank has given me. I've got enough for a down payment. I'm trying to find the best bang for my buck. Okay, so you're going around, you're looking at every house, and it's a seller's market, so you're like, fuck, I'm pretty much paying what it's worth, full stop. But then, your agent calls you up. Adam, you're not going to believe this. There's a house that's coming on the market. I see it on the MLS. It's coming up. It's going to be getting listed tomorrow. I think you should get in. I think you should see it right away.
They got to move it quick.
Okay, what's the deal? All right, here it is. Okay, it's worth $300,000.
Yes,
but they have it for $270.
Okay.
Now,
okay,
I think if you put in a competitive offer with no conditionals, we can get you down to $250. You'll make 50 G's off the deal. Well, why is that? They're getting a divorce. They just want to get rid of it. It's a problem. There's a lot of stress involved.
They just want the money and split it.
They just want to get it and move on with their lives.
Done.
The husband has been fucking another chick for a while. He just wants to get back to fucking.
It's always the husband.
The woman just wants to take half the house because she feels like she owns it.
Well, if he's fucking another woman, probably does.
So you go down, you see that house. You're like, I like it. Put in an offer of $230. No conditional. They call up. All right, I know you're not going to like this, but my client put in an offer of $230. No conditional, can close in 30 days. Husband hangs up the phone. Ex-wife, $230. It's worth $300. Yeah, but you know what? We can get rid of it today. All right, okay. $250, counter at $250. They call you up. $250. You're a dick. You know they're desperate. You're inside their head now. You know what their problem is.
I'm coming back at
$240.
$240.
Call them up at $240. Ex-wife. They countered $240. Fine, just take the fucking do the deal. I'm tired of looking at your face. Just take it. You got yourself a $60,000 deal right off the bat because they're desperate. They're scared.
Yes.
They want out.
Yes.
Epic's doing the same thing.
Yes.
They're going in.
Yes.
They know that the problems of these motherfuckers, and they're creating a solution. And they want to get it, and they're going to get it cheaper than what they want, and they're going to create a shitstorm in the process.
Yes.
And that's how they're picking up these motherfuckers.
That's right.
They're using this. This is a tactic, bro.
It is 100% a tactic.
It's 100%. It's greasy.
Literally
but
no other reason for them to wait that long.
It's not illegal.
No.
But
it's greasy.
A little greasy.
It's a little greasy.
It's a little greasy.
Yeah, you're right. It's not technically illegal. It's greasy.
You're playing on
greasy.
people's emotions.
That's right.
And big decisions are usually super emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And you make the worst decisions.
When you're emotional. You make
terrible
decisions.
It's like the post-fat clarity, bro.
Yes.
Sometimes you just need to get it out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity comes around.
Yep.
No more emotional decisions. So yeah, it's a bit greasy. I agree. That was the exact problem I had in my head. I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers, they're rolling up last second. They're not rolling up 6 months, 9 months, 1 year.
It's a totally different conversation then.
2 weeks.
It's a totally different conversation 6-9 months out. Think about that. Think about the same people that have their house up, and they know they can't sell it for 6 or 9 months. You really think they're going to take the $240,000 deal when they know they can wait?
No.
Wait it out.
Fuck no.
They know it's a seller's market. They know eventually that it's going to happen. But if you put the check in front of it and you solve a problem while they're at an emotional state, they'll make a decision
every time.
Impulsively every time.
Every time. It's like the tweet I sent out earlier with Apple. Apple is the king of creating problems that never existed,
so they can solve them.
They can sell a solution every fucking time.
Boom! It's not illegal. It's just greasy.
It's just greasy. It's the greasiest fucking apple.
I love it.
Oh my god!
All right.
And
I think doing things like this is going to fuel the fire of what Epic does. You know what I mean? It's going to fuel.
Well, yeah.
It's going to. It's.
I'll be interested to see if people take the same viewpoint we just did, and then that becomes a point of the narrative where people are going, look. Not just the detractors, but the people like us who have been mostly for Epic doing this kind of stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
Stepping back and going, look, it's not wrong. It's not like illegal, but fuck.
Slow up the fun. Do you really need them that bad that you need to come in there a couple weeks before launch?
Pump the fucking brakes,
and try and slide in and steal this game?
That's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Do you really need them that bad? I mean,
the answer to that is no.
It's a big no.
It's a big no.
Yeah.
That was not going to make him so much money that it was worth the fucking headache.
No.
But they probably thought that they were just going to lock it up.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
I don't think they went into that thinking
Somebody
that they were
said
gonna...
no. They wrote an article, and he's gonna get a reward for it.
Absolutely.
Good on him.
Good job, bro. We'll wait and see. I'll be interested to see what the sales numbers end up being for that.
Play the game.